Well, hey there, my name is Connor, and today we are going to talk about in-ear monitors on a budget. Alright, so what you're looking at, this is the way that we do in-ear monitors, and it's really affordable, and it has worked well for us so far. So, out of your soundboard, this is one I'm using just for the demonstration, you will have a monitor send. Now, depending on what board you have, you'll have anywhere from 1 up to 6 or more monitor sends on your board. So we use each one of those like an individual mix for each person in the band. So just in the same way as you would use the faders that are on the board to manipulate the sound, that's basically what you're doing with the in-ear mixes. So out of the board, so for me, say I am monitor 1. So out of the board, monitor 1, coming out on our board, they have guitar jacks on the back where the audio goes out. So I've got a guitar cable plugged in here to the monitor send, and that goes with another end for the guitar cable to the input of the Behringer micro amp. And we use those. They're great. They're about $25 to $30 on Amazon, and you get 1 channel of input for each one and 4 outputs. So if you are just getting into in-ear monitoring, you're trying to do it the most affordable way possible to see if it's even going to work for you, this is the way to do it. It's really simple, and it's not gonna break the bank. So coming from the board into the box is a signal, and then out of there you can set individual volume levels for each person. So you could have 4 people sharing the same mix with this setup if you're just starting out. So for each individual input on the back, we have been using the mono adapters, and I will link those in the description and show you where you can find them on Amazon. That's where we bought about 99% of the gear that we use. So the jack, 1/4-inch jack, goes into the back, and then from there you have a headphone extension cable that goes in. And you can get whatever length of headphone extension cable you need. I typically, when I'm buying them for the band, our stage isn't that big, so 20 to 25 feet is plenty for us and is often excess, but it's nicer to have more cable length than not enough if you need it. So from there, then the headphones plug in to your extension cable, and that's all it is. And we, for our band, use the MEE Audio M6 Pros. Those are good. They're over-the-ear headphones. It's really important that you use over-the-ear headphones if you're doing in-ear monitoring. If you don't, if you use normal like iPhone headphones or just normal earbuds, 1, it's not going to look good. It looks really unprofessional, and 2, you're just not going to get as good of audio quality, especially if you're using a click track or backing tracks. It's really important to have in-ear monitors. So let's talk about in-ear monitoring for a second. Why would you do this? Why switch from using wedges on your stage? I wanted to give a couple reasons for that. The first one is that it's going to save your hearing. You have much more control over the volume when you're using isolated headphones, over-the-ear headphones, like we talked about earlier, than using wedges. And it's going to help whoever's running your soundboard create a much cleaner mix. It's going to sound better. They're not going to be battling the wedges on stage. I've watched YouTube videos of people talking about this that say that they even went a whole service without realizing all the volume in the room was just from the wedges on stage, and that's just not good audio. And we can do better than that, and why not do it if we can? And it's really not much more work than using wedges. So if you're trying to figure out how to get your headphones plugged in to be able to use them like wedges, there's probably a monitor line plugged in somewhere in your church where those wedges are. And the way we started out doing it is we just unplugged that cable out of the jack and plugged in a guitar cable, plugged that into a headphone amp, and then just used headphone extension cables from there. We used that for the first year and it worked great. Like, you could still do it that way if you wanted to. There's no reason it can't work. We just have tried other options just for fun and just to try and get better at what we're doing all the time. So it's a really simple setup. It's not much more work than wedges, and it's going to save your hearing. It's going to help whoever's running your sound be able to use a cleaner mix in the room, clearer audio for everyone who's at your services or at whatever performance you're doing. And also it's going to be great because you can use a click track and you can use backing tracks too, which is great, and we'll get to that in another video. But thanks for watching today. Hope this was helpful. If it was, click the thumbs up button, give us a like, subscribe to the channel for more content coming soon. Thanks for being here today.